Hey guys, my name is Nina. Welcome to my first YouTube video. Maybe you're here from my Instagram or my TikTok at MindBodyNina. Maybe you're here from my podcast, Humans Unplugged, or maybe you're my brother. Hey, no introduction here. I'm just gonna go straight into motivation and procrastination. These are two topics I get questions from clients in my DMs all the time. It's probably the number one thing that people ask about and get stuck with. Usually I hear people saying something along the lines of, I know exactly what I have to do, but I just can't get myself to do it. Or I have these really big dreams, these really big goals, but no matter how much I want to do it, I can't actually get myself to do it. I can't take action. I feel stuck. I don't even know what I want to do, but I want to have the motivation to figure it out, but I don't. Or I hear something like, I'm really depressed. I feel like I'm in a rut. I can't get out of it. What do I do? Let me just tell you, this is so normal. You are normal. And I'm also here to tell you that just because it's normal doesn't mean you have to stay stuck in this place. First, I really want to help you take some of the blame off of yourself. We are living in a world where the amount of opportunities you have to get distracted are literally unlimited. I won't dive too deep into this topic because I'm sure intuitively you can understand already how much technology impacts our feeling of overwhelm on your energy tank. Like how much energy you have to give and how much information your brain can actually process at one time. Your prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain that is responsible for decision making, does not have unlimited capacity. You're not just going to be able to make decision after decision after decision without burning out. There comes a point where you're just like, all right, I'm done. That was it. Tank is full. And when your tank is feeling full, your brain is, without asking you for permission, going to find the path of least resistance. It's going to do the easiest thing. You might have also heard of decision fatigue, where the amount of decisions you make in a day is directly related to how mentally, physically, whateverly burnt out you feel at the end of the day. If you're making a lot of decisions, you have a lot of things on your plate, if you're feeling really stressed out in your life, procrastination becomes even more of a struggle. And while I could throw a gazillion tips at you for procrastination, I really want to share with you the one thing that has been so impactful so consistently over everything else for me. This is the one that I share the most with my clients and anybody else who's looking for help with procrastination. The reason I see it work so consistently is because it's not just a short-term fix or a short-term change in mindset. It's actually a shift in your way of relating to your own feelings. And it has a ripple effect because if we can change the way that we relate to our feelings around procrastination, we tend to change the way that we relate to our feelings in general. The tip is, it's something I like to call the take your feelings with you method, approach. Method. Let's just use going to the gym, for example, because I think a lot of people can relate to it. And even if you haven't experienced this particular one, it's pretty easy to apply to other situations. I'm you. I said I would go to the gym today. I know I should be going to the gym. Already, in realizing that we had set a goal to go to the gym, but that we don't feel like doing it, we're already creating this inner resistance. We're creating more tension. We're creating a little bit more stress because what we want to be doing is not what we're actually doing. And so there's no alignment with our actions, our mind, body. We're out of alignment. We're out of sync. I literally imagine myself in these situations like a zigzag that's desperate to become something that's like a helix. Just something that has flow to it. Like an infinity sign. I don't feel good when I'm like a zigzag. I feel good when I'm... And that's probably when you feel good too. You feel best when you're aligned. If we pause here for a second and I ask myself, when was the last time I actually did go to the gym? I wanted to go to the gym and I actually went. If you actually sit and reflect on this for a second, you might realize that most times that you do go to the gym or you do the thing you want to do, it's because you feel like doing it. So you kind of got lucky that your feelings were already matched up with your goal. But because in this moment, what I feel like doing is not aligned with what I actually want to be doing, there's a different experience that I'm having. And I haven't learned yet how to have this experience and to end up taking action because I'm used to feeling like I want to and used to having those feelings, used to having that alignment in order to get me to go. So the last time I went to the gym, I had the feeling of wanting to go, which made it very easy to follow the action that I wanted to take. I was a shape that flowed. Ooh! But today, I have that same goal of wanting to go, but my feelings are not aligned with that goal of wanting to go. So I'm a zigzag. Here's the thing. It's okay to be a zigzag. But if I want to go and still show up to the gym, I have to learn how to take action even when I'm a zigzag. A lot of the time, what we do when we're a zigzag is we start blaming ourselves, getting annoyed at ourselves, and like trying to force ourselves to do something. But we're actually creating like more distance, more of this weird shape, more zigzag by doing that. When we say things like, how do I get motivation? How do I get myself to do it? We're creating more space. We're not getting into that flow. And this is where the take your feelings with you method approach comes in. You don't have to feel anything other than exactly what you feel in this moment. You can be depressed and not want to go. You don't have to want to go. You don't have to show up to the gym excited. You don't have to show up to the gym ready to do hard work. You don't have to show up to the gym ready to grind. And you don't have to show up for a certain amount of time. But show up. If you're depressed and you feel like not getting off the floor, take that depression with you. There's that feeling of, in order to go to the gym, I have to get out of this depression. I have to get out of this stuckness. I have to get out of this lonely, terrible, shameful, irritated, frustrated, exhausted, whatever feeling in order to go. When really, you're allowed to take anything that you're feeling with you. If you are depressed on the floor, literally roll your depression to the gym. You don't have to leave yourself behind and abandon yourself because you're not feeling the right feelings. Take your depression into the car, play your depressing music, slump your depressed shoulders over the steering wheel, maybe pout your lip, get out of the car with your depressed feelings, and drag yourself in. Like, I'm dead, no, I'm dead, I'm numb. Show up and look at the person at the front like this. Beep. And then whatever it is you do your depressed locker room routine, do your depressed weights, do your depressed class, do your depressed kettlebells, do your whatever you're doing. Take that feeling all the way with you. Move with that feeling. You don't have to abandon yourself to be something else, to take action. It's the same thing when we say like, I don't know what to say because I'm just so hurt right now. Say that. So many of us learn that we can't fully give our all to ourselves unless we're happy, energetic, motivated. And so we literally abandon ourselves and create this space between us and ourselves until we get into a place where we're acceptable, we're likable, we're good enough to show up for. Sometimes if I'm feeling really off, I show up to the gym with my sad music and I just cry. And it is the most refreshing, beautiful experience because I brought those feelings with me. I didn't let them take over me by saying, you know what, I'm going to abandon all my goals, everything I want to do, and just let this feeling take over me. Which if you do that, it's okay. You can try again tomorrow. Sometimes I show up to the gym and I just cry on the mat with my sad music, and the actual weight that is lifted off my shoulders is amazing because I'm showing, not telling myself, showing myself that it is okay to be whatever you are. It is okay to feel whatever you feel. I will still be here for you and I will still take you with me into our growth, into our goals. You're invited literally everywhere, all the time, no matter what. You and your dark clouds can be here all you want, but we're still gonna do it together. And I find that when I do this, my actual gym experience is cleansing and healing, and I leave with such a weight off my shoulders and an immense amount of clarity. And I literally walk out of that gym as a better person. So the next time you're setting a goal for yourself and you're saying, I want to feel motivated, I want to be able to do this, what we want to do is relate to those feelings differently, because if we can relate to them differently, then we can respond differently, and then we can create a totally new pattern. Let me know in the comments what you think of this tip, and let me know if you try it. Thank you guys so much for being here for my first video. As always, don't miss out on yourself. Love you. Bye.